What if I told you that Miyu Yamashita's shot at 3 consecutive LPGA wins was destroyed by a single decision made at 10:57 a.m. on November 9th, 2025? What if the hottest player in women's golf, fresh off the most insane comeback in LPGA history, never got to play the final round that could have made her a legend? What if 1 shot and 18 unplayed holes stand between Miyu and immortality? This isn't fiction. This happened 6 days ago at the Tittle Japan Classic, and the golf world is staying suspiciously silent about it.
Yamashita, a major champion.
This is the difference between when you're playing with the freedom and then when you're playing with the pressure.
18 under par, including this Japanese superstar. Hard to believe she's a rookie, but also a major champion on the LPGA Tour.
Player on the LPGA this season to win multiple events. What kind of statement do you think a victory at this final stretch of the season says right now?
Nasa Hataoka and Miyu Yamashita tied at the top. There have already been plenty of the game's biggest stars who have broken winless droughts so far in 2025.
Definitely a motivation and just gave me a lot of inspiration to be able to have this victory, and so happy to join them.
They're falling away from her right now because this player, Miyu Yamashita, par putt to stay at 17 under, very quickly joins the lead, has been in brilliant form.
November 9th, Sunday morning. Miyu Yamashita was trailing by 1 shot, just 1. She had 18 holes to hunt down the leaders, playing in Japan, on home soil, with thousands of fans wearing her jersey. The stage was perfect for another miracle. But that final round, it never happened, canceled, gone, erased. And somehow, nobody's asking the question that matters. Did the LPGA just rob Miyu Yamashita of destiny? Here's what the leaderboard looked like Saturday night after 54 holes. Tied first, Nasa Hataoka, -15. Tied first, Yuna Araki, -15. Third, Miyu Yamashita, -14-1. Shot back. Let me remind you what happened 6 days earlier at the Maybank Championship. Miyu was 8 shots behind going into the final round. 8. That's not a deficit. That's a graveyard. Nobody comes back from 8 shots. Except Miyu did. She fired a 64, hunted down every player ahead of her, and won in a playoff. One of the most improbable victories in LPGA history. So being 1 shot back at Tittle Japan, that's basically a tie for someone playing like Miyu. That's a gift compared to Maybank. She'd been in contention all week, co-leading after round 1 with a 65, always hovering around the top. Her putter was on fire. Putting brings a good round last 2 weeks, she'd said. Understatement of the year. This wasn't just any player 1 shot back. This was the hottest player in golf, 2 straight wins. Unconscious with the putter, playing on home soil with massive crowd support. What if she'd gotten those 18 holes? What if Sunday had actually happened? We'll never know, because at 10:57 a.m., everything changed. The final round has been suspended due to unplayable course conditions. That's the announcement that killed Miyu's dream. Not just suspended, canceled. The tournament was shortened to 54 holes. Done. Over. Hataoka and Araki went to a playoff that Miyu never got a chance to reach. Wait, let me get this straight. Miyu Yamashita, who just proved she can overcome 8-shot deficits, is 1 shot behind. She's got 18 holes of opportunities. 1 birdie ties it, 2 birdies, and she leads. She's the best story in golf right now. Home country, thousands of fans. Perfect narrative, and they just call it off. Here's where it gets sketchy. The LPGA said unplayable conditions. But what does that actually mean? At Maybank, literally 1 week earlier, Miyu played through 2 major weather delays: thunder, lightning, heavy rain. They paused play twice, including during the playoff itself. But they finished. They pushed through. They found a way. At Tittle Japan, 1 morning of rain and they shut it down completely. No Monday postponement. No let's wait and see. Just canceled. What if the course wasn't actually unplayable? What if it was just inconvenient? What if broadcast schedules and logistics mattered more than competitive fairness? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The cancellation protected the leaders and eliminated the chaser. Let's be clear. Nasa Hataoka is an incredible player. 6 LPGA wins. She hadn't won in 3 years. This victory meant everything to her. She played by the rules and won fair and square. But let's also be honest about what the cancellation did. Hataoka was co-leading at -15. If the final round happens, she has to defend that lead for 18 holes against Miyu Yamashita, the hottest player alive, Yuna Araki, young and fearless, Shuri Sakuma, only 3 back. Multiple other contenders. That's 4 hours of pressure, 4 hours of watching Miyu make her move, 4 hours of knowing one bad swing costs you everything. Instead, straight to a playoff. 1 hole, a shortened par 3 version of the 18th, make par, win the tournament. No marathon, no test of endurance, just 1 hole. Think about it, they shortened the 18th to a par 3 for the playoff. So the course was playable enough for that, but not playable for 18 full holes. How does that logic work? The cancellation didn't just end the tournament. It protected Hataoka from having to face the most dangerous closer in golf right now. And it robbed Miyu of the exact scenario where she's most lethal, the comeback. What if Miyu had gotten her 18 holes? Here's what the golf media won't touch. What if they could have postponed to Monday? Tournaments get pushed to Monday constantly. Why not here? Was it scheduling? Broadcast contracts? Did they just not want the hassle? What if the course wasn't really unplayable? There's a difference between dangerous, lightning, flooding, and just uncomfortable, wet, soft. Maybank finished through multiple delays. Why couldn't Toto Japan? What if the playoff format proves the course was playable? They played a shortened playoff hole, so conditions were safe enough for that, but not 18 holes. That doesn't add up. What if this decision favored certain players? It's not conspiracy, it's math. Leaders benefited. The chaser got eliminated without ever getting her chance. What if this haunts Miyu forever? Years from now, she'll wonder, what if I'd gotten that Sunday? What if I'd hunted them down like I did at Maybank? And here's the brutal truth. We'll never know. Maybe Hataoka plays incredible and wins anyway. Maybe Araki surges. Maybe Miyu makes another miracle comeback. Maybe someone else entirely. But we'll never know, because Sunday was erased. So here we are. Nasa Hataoka is the Toto Japan Classic champion. She earned it within the format given. 3 years of drought ended. That's a beautiful story, and she deserves respect for that. But Miyu Yamashita, she's left with the cruelest thing in sports. What if? What if that final round had happened? What if she'd gotten her 18 holes to chase? What if the LPGA had postponed instead of canceled? What if the course wasn't really unplayable? What if she'd proven Maybank wasn't luck? It was destiny. 1 shot behind, the hottest player in women's golf, home soil, thousands of fans, her putter unconscious, the perfect stage for another miracle, and then nothing, canceled, erased. No chance to prove herself. Did weather rob Miyu Yamashita, or did an LPGA decision rob her? The answer matters, because this wasn't just about one tournament. This was about a historic win streak, Player of the Year momentum, legacy, immortality, all of it lost to a cancellation that maybe, just maybe, didn't have to happen. Miyu finishes 3rd at -14, 1 shot from the playoff, 1 canceled round from potentially 3 straight wins. Drop your thoughts below. Was this fair? Did they make the right call? Did Miyu get robbed of destiny? Because somewhere tonight, Miyu Yamashita is staring at that canceled Sunday, wondering what could have been. And honestly, so are we.